I'm Melissa Silva here at Harris Walls rally in Suffield, and we happen to have Mike Malloy with us today. He's running for the 61st House. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Not too bad. So, Mike, can I ask, why are you running?
I'm running because there's a lot of issues in the state that need to be addressed, and I feel like I can bring something to the table. I'm a business owner, I'm a parent, I've been involved with politics in East Granby for a long time, and I see a lot of issues that I don't feel are being addressed, and our current state representative doesn't seem to be corresponding with what I see as the primary values of our district. I think there's a fringe there that kind of appeals to a certain group, and I don't think the average person's being represented properly.
Okay. So how is your campaign going?
It's going great. It's really hard to, when you're in the middle of it, it gets a little fuzzy. I mean, you're just doing events, you're doing your day-to-day stuff, but I don't really think about that too much. I think more about if we're getting our message out there, because it's our message that's more important to me anyway than any feel you're getting for where you're at with the campaign. Because we really need to, if we get our message out there and we resonate with the people, we'll win. Mm-hmm. Regardless, we're getting a message out there that I think is pivotal and important at this point in our state's current situation and our country's current situation, as evidenced by the people here today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I ask what message you're putting out there?
What message?
Yeah.
So the primary ones, I think, we've got a lot of issues that are being challenged in our country. We have a challenged democracy. I mean, that's inexcusable. We shouldn't ever have that. We've gone 200 years without having the sort of lunacy that I'm seeing emanate from the federal level, mm-hmm. and Washington's broken. Mm-hmm. I think Hartford has its issues, but it's our last bastion of functionality in our lives right now. Even at the local level, I'm seeing some issues that I'm not real happy with. I've been involved with local politics I've been a member of the Board of Finance for 15 years. I've been on multiple boards and commissions. And what we used to pass as consensus and bipartisanship, we had our debates. We had our differences of opinion on many things, but we all could always sit down and have a beer after the meeting with people. Now it's kind of become much more people looking at each other out of the corner of their eye like they don't recognize who they're talking to, and that's not okay. That's not me. I would never allow that to happen with anybody I interact with, and I think that I hope to bring that to the legislature. I mean, somebody needs to sit down and say, no, it's not this or that, it's this. It's somewhere in the middle, and we're not going to get anything done if we don't, and I feel that our current state representative doesn't necessarily reflect that sentiment, and I've seen that locally in East Granby. Just to give you an example, I mean, my opponent has opposed every budget. She used to be on the Board of Finance, and when she would vote these ridiculously low amount, conservative increases that would have devastated our education system in town, I would ask, well, what would you cut? They never like to answer that question.
Right.
They don't answer that question. They just said, no, it's too much. The hard work is figuring out what you cut or what you keep. And it's real easy to sit there on high and dictate. The hard work is to get down in the trenches, and I think that's what we need to do in Hartford. But to give you an example, there's been a no sign on my opponent's front yard for almost every budget or initiative in town to improve our infrastructure for the last 15 years. Yes. That's not a solution. We need somebody that's going to get in there. I run a small business. I have several businesses. I've bought businesses. I've sold businesses. I've built businesses here in Suffield, East Granby, Enfield. I know I've had countless employees over the years, maybe 100 employees over the last 20, 30 years. I know what it takes. We provide health insurance to our employees. We provide benefits to our employees that most small employers don't. It's not easy. Mm-hmm. It's not easy to run a state. It's not easy to run a town. But you have to meet people halfway. You have to find solutions, and you have to find consensus. I think if we can do that, and I think I would love to bring my years of experience as an entrepreneur, as a property owner, as a member of the town political arena, and in a lesser degree, I've interacted a lot with the state officials, but I know a lot of them, and to bring that to the table and be able to get something done would give me a lot of satisfaction. I always say I like to fix things. Mm-hmm. I don't like to watch things and make excuses. I don't like to hide behind my ideology. I want to find solutions to problems. That gives me satisfaction. I hope I can bring that to Hartford. Yeah.
Thank you. Next question is, if you win your seat, will you commit to promoting statewide legislation to prevent towns and board select persons from censoring books?
I don't even know how to answer that because I think it's absurd to begin with. Yes, I would. I mean, the elected officials should not be dictating what we read in our libraries or in our schools. That's a decision that should be made by educators and librarians. I'm totally against any sort of, what I would like to see is independent libraries. I mean, somebody brought up a bill the other day that would have at least made them, if they decline or they pull a book, they have to give a reason. I think that's a great start.
Yeah.
At the very least, it gets back to what I was talking about. If you say no to something, have a solution.
Yeah.
If you're going to pull a book, have a reason. If you don't do it. So.
All right, final question. And you kind of answered it. How do you feel about reaching across the aisle?
That's how I survive. I mean, you don't survive in business without reaching across the aisle. You don't survive. My son is at Yukon now, but you don't raise kids without reaching across the aisle. You have to find consensus, and you certainly don't survive in politics, or you make no progress in politics. It becomes a battle of wills, a battle of majorities. Every great plan that we've passed in East Granby or I've seen passed at the state level has involved consensus. I think you start there. You have to have your values. You have to have your, issues that you will not give in on. But those are usually very personal things. They're not getting things accomplished for the state or for the district. Absolutely. I totally in agreement with bipartisanship.
Well, thank you for talking with me.
you.
It was nice meeting you.
Okay.
And I hope you win.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.